For this generation, we need your heart, your heart. We need your heart, the heart of the ideal servant.
Because something is in the earth, something is in your city, in your neighborhood, standing in your front yard, coming alongside you, coming in your house, in your bedroom, talking to you. And it has an agenda. He said that they would turn or depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing or deceiving spirits and doctrines or teachings of demons. Oh. If we think the devil and his bunch are running around about 4 feet tall with a red suit on and some little horns on their head and got a tail that's so long and look like the end of it got an arrow point on it. Looking ugly. Ooh, that's the devil. You'll never see a deceiving or seducing spirit come. Here's one way they come. Are y'all ready for this? They will play, when I said it, because they can transform to a female or a male. Well, if you like it both ways, they'll be both. No, seriously. Because you're dealing with a demon spirit. We're so used to fighting in the natural. I don't like you. I don't like the color of your skin. I don't like the way your hair is. I don't like where you live. You think you're all higher. We're fighting. I got them told. I told them the truth. But I told them. Truth ain't got no love attached to it. It's just abrasive. I told them. That ain't your enemy. But it means that I'm so caught up in the natural that I can't see. I have no discernment. I'm not even aware of what battle is really going on. When you don't know who your true enemy is, you're fighting for nothing. Here's what the deceiving spirits will do. They'll have other demons study you. They got a rap sheet on you. It's not to scare you. But when was the last time you sat down, let me put it this way, you sought the Lord to know him. And you can't seek him for him and him not be found. And when him be found, you think him is going to allow you to be blindsided? He'll say, now I know you had planned to go to Houston, but I don't want you to go to Houston. What you didn't realize before you began to seek me, there's a death trap for you just outside the city of Houston. You would have become a casualty. So I don't want you to go, not yet. Thank you, sir. That weapon never had an opportunity to form. So they study you. And in the study, they find out what makes you mad. And how much mad can you take? And when you have taken all the mad that you can take. It's all you can stand. And when you hit the point where you can't stand no more, how do you act? What do you do? Because the enemy is really looking. Are y'all hearing me? Seducing spirits are looking for what will cause you to go into a conversation with this demon. What will make you talk to a seducing spirit? It's like when a person is full, you know, I've eaten. I ain't got no more room. Somebody say, hey, you want a piece of cheesecake? Now, prior to that, I'd have took the whole cheesecake. But I'm full. Come on, y'all must be looking at me all, you know what I'm talking about. You're full. So you can't be enticed. But what happens when stuff start going on? He ain't sweet to me no more. She ain't sweet to me no more. They don't sing my praises no more. Is that the point where you've had enough? And here that spirit comes. It is a spirit that does nothing but seduction. Nothing but seduction. Come on now. Ladies, you know what kind of fella can get your attention from appearance. Whoa. But you got to act right because you with somebody right now. Vice versa, brother. See, we tell, oh, no, he ugly. You know that he ain't ugly. You know he ain't ugly. He fine as wine. Look at that. The devil will always listen to you. And somebody come by, not just on TV, they come by you. They come by you. And they look just like the one that you said sometime back is ideal for you. And you got to catch yourself. Lord, now you got a choice. None of that was to cater to your spirit, man. It was to cater to your feelings. And this is where the spirits of seduction, seducing spirit, they come to get you in your feelings. And if you get in your feelings, you start saying, well, I feel like you got the truth in your hand, but you don't say the word says, you say, I feel like. And listen to most of the church. Bring up an issue and have a group of people throw the issue out there and say, well, you know, what you guys say? Well, I feel like. You're being seduced and don't even know it. I can't hear nobody in here. Is this making sense? Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of demons. Doctrines means teachings. Things are taught to establish belief systems. Whatever you believe is what you will do. You see people doing stuff, you be like, what is wrong with Esmeralda? She act like she done lost her mind. Look at Junebug. Junebug, what's wrong with you, boy? You keep doing the same old crazy stuff over and over again, and somebody got to come bail you out. Put it on pause for a second and find out what Junebug and Esmeralda really believe, because that's what's fueling what you see. And where did what they believe that you discovered, where did it come from? Where did that come from? We got folks that, like when I was coming up, the men up the street and around the corner and over there behind Sarah Lee's juke joint, where they roll the dice. They bad men. You know, some of them would shoot you, some would fillet you. But they were bad. You didn't mess with them. They were men. And we weren't supposed to be over there, but we was over there. And we listened to them. Boy, don't you ever let a woman know how much money you got. Because all she want to do is keep your nose to the grindstone and spend every dime you got. That's a 7. Give my money. He's telling us what to do and making money. Isn't that what life's all about? Follow the average person and see what their pursuit is. They ain't chasing God, they chasing money. And so the scratch sheet is they just want money. Their chase is after money. When was the last time you said, God, I only chase you? We're chasing something. You got to find out what it is. Like they said on Tombstone, you got a fight coming, and it's coming today. That's what the devil's doing. What do you believe? You got to ask yourself that. What teaching, what doctrine do I really believe? Because people now say, the doctrine of God? Who is God? God is whoever you say he is. I'm talking about in church. Jesus Christ, that's his last name, Christ. I don't feel like going to Sunday school. I don't feel like going to discipleship training. I don't feel. And so I don't, because at the moment, my feelings are not into that. So I'm led by my feelings. And the devil in the spirit realm, a seducing spirit, is like, oh, they don't want the truth. I'll give them one of ours. Some of the best teachers are demons. You just saw it. They gave heed to seducing spirits and teachings of demons. Do you think an angel from God came and taught what demons believe? No. Demons. That means we got to wake up to the spirit world. Real. This is real stuff. If you knew that demons were out to destroy you and your family, not just the grown ones, the babies too, what are you prepared to do about it? What are you prepared to do about it? Can I give you a couple more scriptures? Man, I never did even get into the intro. So let me read you my intro. In the last days, the church is going to be faced with spirits of deception and doctrines of devils. The strategy of the devil is to get the people of God to become weary in their mind of the walk of faith. That's what the strategy is. Get you fed up. I'm tired of living by faith. I got to believe God. I got to trust God. I believe God, but I'm tired. The enemy works to get you weary, to become weary in your mind of the walk of faith, and to feel, y'all ready for this? To feel that their emotions and their senses have been neglected. You don't make me feel like I want to feel. I don't feel like I used to feel. Because the walk of faith, everybody listen to me and look at me. The walk of faith, I'm looking at every last one of y'all. The walk of faith. The walk of faith is senseless. It does not involve your feelings. So that means if I'm going to walk by faith, I'm going to have to learn how to manage my feelings and manage my flesh. Because in the walk of faith, people may not come and applaud you. People may not put your name up in lights. What does that have to do with your faith? We live in a world where if you celebrate it, then you must be doing something. They celebrate crooks all the time, but don't find out that 20 years later they were crooks. And they were crooked when you were celebrating them. The devil loves dumb saints because we further the agenda of darkness. But here's what God does. He always finds a remnant. He told the prophet, he said, who, the prophet, he let him hear his conversation. He said, who will go for us? Who can we send? And he said, he jumped up in the middle of the conversation, here I am, or here am I, send me. Send me. When's the last time you jumped up in the middle of God's conversation and said, send me? I can't hear nobody in this sanctified. I'm going to let y'all go. They feel like their emotions have been neglected. And when they seek to gratify their emotions, we are forced to look in a direction that requires us to favorably consider what God has already rejected. We're looking for something to make us feel a certain way. If I got to have my feelings governing me, then I'm going to walk away from the principles of the kingdom. And I'm going to walk away from the king himself. You don't satisfy me no more. What was that called? It's that 80-20 rule. We got it, but we don't manage it well. So we walk away from 80% because we saw 20% on the other side of the fence. And people say, grass is always green on the other side, but you still got to cut it. You got to cut that grass too. That grass ain't cut on its own. It's been cut. And you looking at cut grass. Oh, this grass ain't cut. Cut it. Holler about it got weeds. It killed the weeds. Make the grass grow. Because if you climb the fence and go over there where the grass is green, you're going to kill that. Because the death of the grass is in you. I can't hear nobody. So we'll walk away from what's living. And the walk away is because I have been seduced. And seduction always has pictures with it. Look at this. Look at that. Mm-hmm. See, look. See, you ain't got no green grass over here. This what you need. That's what you've been wanting. Ain't that what you've been? Oh, yeah, sure is. It sure. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Woo. That's it. That's it. And pretty soon, you done stepped over the fence. You over on the other side of it. Hey. And now that you're over here, everything seems to like you. But you forgot it's only 20%. Over here, they don't allow walking on the grass. But you stand on it, get off the grass. But you couldn't be told nothing over there. But over here, I'm going to follow all the directions. They say, get off the grass. I get off the grass. Don't go to church. I ain't going to church. You don't need to go to church. You can serve the Lord on your own. I said, okay. You believe the teachings of demons. Seducing spirits will get you to look at what is present, but focus on a part of it and give you an interpretation that is false. And you believe a lie, because in the kingdom of darkness, there is no truth. Can I tell y'all something? Everybody in here and everybody listening is on the slate of spirits of seduction. You already been identified and you're targeted. It ain't for you to go, no. It's time to cowboy up. Because you got purpose called work. God brings people together in a local body. There's a vision. He connects you to it, and he will unlock what he put in you to be established in there, and then go out. Ain't no solo acts. And the devil's looking for all of that. How can I seduce him, her, them away? He can't make you give up Christ. You chose to do that. Go to, I'm going to let you go. This is feeling good to me. Feeling. Can I show you something? Anybody ever read the story about Abram and Lot? Go to Genesis 13. I want to show you something. This puzzled me for quite some time, Prophet Warner. The Spirit of God gave me understanding. Well, Genesis 13. Who give me 5 minutes? I can be through. Thank y'all. That's an hour and a half. Y'all so good. Genesis 13, and look at verse 1. Then Abram went up from Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot went with him to the south. Abram was very rich. Now I'm sure if he was very broke, Lot probably wouldn't have gone with him. But Abram is walking in the fullness, or he's walking in the blessing, and it's starting to expand his life where everything in his life is becoming full because of the blessing. Anybody in their right mind would go with him. So Lot ain't stupid. He goes with it. Verse 3, and he went on he was very rich in livestock, in silver and in gold, and he went on his journey from the south as far as Bethel to the place where his tent, talking about Abram, had been at the beginning between Bethel and Ai, to the place of the altar. Make note of that. Which he had made there at first. It never talks about Lot making an altar. Abram made an altar. Every time God dealt with him about something, talked to him about his future, every time God gave him instructions, he stopped his role, built an altar, took time to build an altar and sacrificed, and came to the end of himself and made a fresh commitment. Stop living off the commitment you made in 1983 when I gave my life to the Lord. That's good, but that was to get you started. Where's the last altar? When was the last time you made a commitment to God? We get up and make these New Year's resolutions. Oh, God, and I'm going to lose 1,700 pounds, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to eat all the vegetables they got in the supermarket, and they're going to be, what they call them, vegetables, that they're going to be organic vegetables. They ain't going to just be no any kind of vegetable. They're going to be organic, the real expensive kind. I'm going to do all that. Just lying. Why not build an altar and say, God, I promise that I'll live holy all year long. God, I make a fresh commitment. I'm going to honor my wife. I'm going to honor my children. I'm going to be faithful to the house of God. That's what we need to be doing. Look at your neighbor and say, build an altar. Now watch this. Watch this. Verse 4, to the place of the altar which he had made there at first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Oh, he came back to a place. There's going to be some repeat stuff in your life. But you should already have an altar for it. You just go back to that altar. Hello, somebody. I'm trying to help you. Verse 5. Lot also, who went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents, but it says nothing about altars. He wanted the blessing, the fallout of the blessing, but he didn't want the fallout of Abram's communion with God. The church has been looking for the fallout of the blessing, but not willing to wage a warfare. You have to fight your flesh to lay at the altar.
Thank you for joining us for The Heart of a Servant, an outreach ministry of Canaan Christian Center in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. If you are in the Pine Bluff area, we'd love for you to join us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for our United Prayer on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and for our midweek service on Wednesday night at 7. We would also like to give a special thank you to all of our covenant partners. If you are interested in becoming a covenant partner, please visit our website or send us an email. We are Canaan Christian Center, praying that you have the heart of the ideal servant.